34% of girls in Uganda are married before their 18th birthday and 7% are married before the age of 15. This has continually destroyed the future of these young girls and has been attributed to selfishness by the parents in most cases. Most of these parents sell their young daughters in exchange for cows, goats or money. Some of the girls end up as orphans, which is why they get married early. This vice of early marriages is on the rise in some parts of Rwenzori region. Some members of the public in the districts of Kasese, Kawarole, Ntoroko and Bundibujo to date still believe that children have to be married off when they clock as early as 13 years.
It is contributing to teenage pregnancy because people still take it as more holding tradition. When the child is 16 years old, or maybe when the child starts her menstruation period, she's grown up. This child needs to get married. This child, now parents start looking at this child as a source of income. You even hear say, akasukari is growing. There is mercury in this child.
In some areas, I'll give an example. In some areas, especially in the mountainous areas, where we have our sisters and brothers, the Bakonjo, for them, their culture at times also is embedded in this voice. For example, if a girl is 15 years and above, they feel this girl is ready to get married. These people like goats so much. If you are able to give a goat to a family, then you are good to go. They give you their daughter.
For example, when Kabugo, not her real name, turned 16 years old, she became pregnant and dropped out of school. Her aunt, who was taking care of her after losing all her parents, instead advised that she get married to the man that had impregnated her, since after all she had clocked the age in culture to get married. Kabugo's story is not any different from that of Abuoli. According to her, at 17 years, she was impregnated by a 30-year-old taxi driver, and instead of taking matters to police, she says her aunt decided to mediate so that the man can take care of the hospital bills and pay for the baby's clothing. He disappeared after. Kabugo and Abuoli may have become pregnant while still in school, but for Tubena Mkama Florence, she dropped out of school at 16 and headed straight into marriage. Now 24 years and a mother of 2, Florence says her parents even blessed her marriage. Lillian Bira, the team leader and founder of Inspire Girls Foundation, a foundation that deals in teenage pregnancies and young mothers, said in a single month, a total of 200 teenage pregnancies are reported in Kasese district.
I'll give an example of Kinyamaseke sub-county. When we visited the sub-county, the probation office, the community development office, in 1 month, they registered 200 cases of teenage pregnancies. And these are the reported ones. Majority of the cases happen and are never reported. When we come to Kasese municipality in town here, when we approached the CDO's office, in a period of 2 months, over 250 girls were pregnanted.
Bagumira Faizo Kirarira, the Kasese district probation officer, says traditional marriages are a thing of the past, which have been condemned by the cultural leaders.
Traditional marriages are going on, knowingly or unknowingly. As of today, the kingdom or the Omsinga Rwenzori made a proclamation that there is no way for a child to be married at that tender age.
In October this year, officials in Kabarole district revealed that a total of 702 teenage pregnancies had been reported in just a space of 6 months. Kahumuza Jennifer, who works with Joy for the Children, says police have not done enough to fight this vice. According to her, police tend to shy away from these cases and instead opt for negotiations between the two families.
Police tends to shy away from them, especially with girls who are above 14, that is simple defilement. They tend to negotiate these issues with the parents. And at times they are also influenced by the parents themselves. When you give a parent some money, they're okay to go with that deal. As long as you give them the money they need, then that case dies just like that.
Authorities in the Rwenzori region, however, say a number of interventions are being done to fight the problem. In Kabarole district, for example, Anna Tukahira, the Assistant District Health Officer in charge of maternal and child health, says they have introduced integrated outreach to sensitize the population on sexual services.
We have also started what we call in-reach services. Those are services which are conducted at health center tools, where most of the sexual reproductive health services are not offered. And those services also include provision of family planning services, HIV services, screening of cancer, testing and treating for STIs, gender-based services,